I'm tired of hating my life. That may be a dramatic statement, I'll admit, but I just feel really stagnant and lost, and I think that's a feeling a lot of people can unfortunately relate to. I'm just not really happy with how my life is currently going, and I'm ready to change that. A couple of years ago, I thought that once I finally moved out and got my own place, I'd be happy. But I did it. Here I am, living this, quote, dream, and I'm still not satisfied. Because I've come to realize that you can't outrun yourself. So if you're dissatisfied on the inside, it doesn't matter what you accomplish on the outside. Don't get me wrong though, there are a lot of aspects of my life that I love. A few years ago, I didn't have many friends. In fact, if I'm honest, I didn't have any friends, and I felt so lonely and unlovable. But now I can happily say that I have some of the most incredible people in my life, and I feel so happy and lucky in that respect. But I've just fallen into a bit of a cycle of complacency in other areas of my life. I wake up, go to work, go home, go to bed, and I hate it. Sometimes it feels like I'm wasting my life away. Because I truly wake up every single day knowing I'm not living the life I meant to. Like, I can see my dreams and goals so clearly, but they just feel so far away and unreachable. Like, I can see them clearly in the future, but the path to get there is always cloudy, and that's so frustrating. Like, I'm just so tired of being dissatisfied with my life, and I'm so tired of being dissatisfied with myself. So I've just decided that it's time to really buckle down and work towards the life I envisioned. Because I truly believe that with hard work, dedication, and a positive mindset, you can achieve literally anything you set your mind to. I think most people who are dissatisfied with the life they're living have a very interesting black and white mindset. There's the unsatisfying life they live every day, and then there's an unattainable, idyllic dream life they imagine for themselves sometime in the future. It's like they imagine themselves as two separate entities. The person they currently are, and then the person they imagine in the future. The reality is, dreams are super overwhelming and daunting. They require us to grow out of our comfort zones. And most people, when given the choice, will choose comfortable actions over uncomfortable ones. That's why so many people are dissatisfied with the life they're living. There's this quote by Thomas Edison that goes, "If we did the things we are capable of doing, we would literally astound ourselves." And I think it's time to be astounded. So let's get dressed. If you're like me, you absolutely love your comfort zone. I once told my friend how I struggle with this, and he told me a quote that went something like this: "You're either going to be uncomfortable changing for the better or be uncomfortable staying in the same place." And I've stayed in the same place for too long. So it's time to change that. I'm ready for the discomfort of growth. So in my moments of self-doubt, I just need to remind myself why I'm doing this in the first place and push through those tough moments. So what's my plan? Well, I think the first step in this journey is defining what my dream life actually looks like. And I personally think that there are multiple facets of a person's life that contribute to their overall happiness. I am so hungry. You know what I've been craving recently, really randomly? Cookies. Dream life cookies. In the past, when I wanted cookies, I would really only focus on one ingredient: career. And I think that's the ingredient most people focus on. I would always think once I had my perfect job, then I would be living the dream. I would have my perfect cookies. But honestly, the really sad reality is there are so many rich and successful people out there that are still unhappy. So I know you can't put that sort of pressure on just one thing. Like I said, if you're dissatisfied on the inside, it doesn't matter what happens on the outside. And you can't make cookies with just one ingredient. You have to look at the whole recipe. So after some, time and reflection, I think I've come up with my perfect recipe for my dream life. Your recipe may look a little different. The only thing that matters is that it's your dream life cookies. So for mine, we have half a cup career, half a cup mental health, half a cup hormone health, 1 teaspoon adventure, 1 home, 1.5 community, half a teaspoon of adulting, half teaspoon of spirituality, and 1 cup physical appearance. And stirring up using good old-fashioned love and patience, and baking them in hard work and positivity. Here they are. You know what sounds good right now? some coffee. So this used to be a house, but now it is my favorite coffee shop, but they're closed on Mondays. So, hi there, can I have a grande brown sugar shaken espresso, please? I very much anticipate there to be setbacks and obstacles on my journey, and I want to be honest about how I tackle them and work through them, because I think it's important to accept that setbacks are just a part of life and they are also a part of growth. I think sometimes going through obstacles actually helps people trust themselves more, because they know that they can depend on themselves when, bad things happen or when you go through things. Oh, fiddlesticks, I missed my opportunity. I also think it's really easy to fall into compare despair when you see someone with something or an accomplishment that you want. But instead of asking why them, I want to shift my perspective to why not me. When someone has something that you wish you had, they're not taking anything away from you. They're actually showing you that it's possible to have it. My biggest fear has always been mediocrity. That's honestly probably just the Sagittarius in me, but I've just always known I was meant for bigger things. And it's just time to stop wasting my life away. The hardest part is always starting. Do you remember the first day of school or the first day at a new job? It's absolutely nerve-wracking and scary, but by the end of the week, you're completely fine. And then in no time, it's second nature and you're comfortable again. Humans are beautiful adapters in that way. And as someone with not so occasional crippling anxiety, I need to continue to remind myself of that. Because how do you expect your life to change if you never do? I think something that has held me back for a really long time has been the fear of failure. If I never try, I can never fail. But if I never try, I can never succeed either. It can be really vulnerable and exposing to try at something, to declare to the world that you're going after something and they might see you stumble. And I think I'm sometimes a private person when it comes to what I'm working on, because I'm embarrassed that people might judge me or gossip about me. But at the end of the day, who freaking cares? Like, how freaking embarrassing is it to gossip about someone just trying to live their authentic lives? Because honestly, most people don't even try in the first place. Why would you take criticism from someone you wouldn't take advice from? I really don't want this to just be about my journey. I want it to be about us learning and growing together. I really hope that my experiences can inspire you in your own pursuits, because if an anxiety and ADHD riddled sad excuse of an adult can do it, so can you. I believe in you. Thank you so much for joining me on this adventure. If you're on your own path to turning your dream life into reality, I'd love to hear about it. I hope you're excited for this adventure, and I hope you'll join me in creating your own dream life. You are worthy of everything you dream of, and anything is possible if you believe in yourself. Not to be too sappy, but it's true. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm gonna enjoy some cookies. My little Tupperware. So, this is where it all begins. I'm not really sure it's appropriate to call this a series. I suppose I just want this entire YouTube channel to be a documentation of what I'm doing to improve my life. I'll take you along as I explore the steps, challenges, triumphs, and lessons I learned from making my dream life come true. Thank you so much for being here. I'll see you in the next one.
Do you like that placement, or do you want to be?
Even editing this video took me freaking months, because I feel like the expectations I set for myself are so unrealistic that I always am disappointed in myself. So it's just a constant work in progress.